Earthquake tremors felt in the national capital and in the areas around it. So right where our studios are located too. We'll have reporters joining us in just a second to bring us more context, just to understand what the source could possibly have been, and then also to understand what degree on the Richter scale these tremors may have fallen on, and if, of course, this was a very minor quake or not. We'll connect with colleagues in just a second. These are reactions. Take a look.
जो ये असरात थे, ये बहुत ज़्यादा असरात थे इसमें, और ज़्यादातर जो स्कूल बच्चे भी घबरा गए, और जो असातिज़ा थे, असातिज़ा भी उन्होंने भी उनको सेव करने की कोशिश की, बिल्डिंगों से वो एकदम बाहर आ गए।
My colleague Yash on the phone right now to bring us more context on this story. Yash, a developing story obviously for our audiences. Earthquake tremors felt right now, possibly originating in Jammu and Kashmir. Can we tell our audiences that?
Well, yes, what we are understanding right now, the epicenter could be near Kashmir only. And in fact, what we're also understanding is that these tremors have been felt in India, Pakistan, and in some part of China as well. And in fact, if you go to social media right now, a lot of people are posting about this thing, that they have felt tremors across North India as well, including Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and national capital. Though till now, no damage of some sort has been reported as of now, but definitely some tremors have been felt. And the seismology will definitely give as to what is the vicinity of this this very earthquake. What we can expect is that the epicenter of this could be somewhere in Kashmir. So the tremors will be felt across the North Indian belt. And in fact, but in Delhi particularly, we speak about the tremors were mild, and the epicenter could be somewhere near around Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh region, where we are given to understand that those tremors happen. And in fact, the information is still trickling in about this very epicenter where this had actually occurred. But what we are tell you as of now is that these tremors have felt across parts of North India, in Pakistan, and also in China. So we have to wait a little bit more to understand as to where exactly the epicenter of this very earthquake is. But as of now, what we can tell our viewers is that these tremors have been felt across North India, including Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, and in fact also national capital. National capital, the tremors were mild in nature, but it could be a big one, because if the epicenter is somewhere in the upper north region, and if the tremors have been felt here in the national capital.
Yes, just stay with us. Ishan Mani, my colleague from Jammu and Kashmir, is joining us now. Ishan, we're learning that in India, the strongest tremors have been felt in the Jammu and Kashmir region. Tell us more, please.
Well, yes, it was a very, quick shake that took place, and students were particularly in the classrooms, we are told, came rushing out. So did the people, the office wearer officers, tourists also came out of their hotel rooms. But we have seen that in a couple of months, there have been a couple of earthquakes which have taken place in this part of, the region. And most of the times, the epicenters are between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Because there are reports from Islamabad as well in Pakistan where earthquake has been felt. But in Kashmir, as you see in the visuals, that the students who were inside the classrooms came out because it was a sudden shake. And after which we are waiting for the authorities to tell us about the epicenter, and also that how strong this was, because this was just a violent and sudden shake, after which people rushed out. Not only Kashmir, but also in parts of Jammu, Doda, Poonch, Kishtwar, and the parts have also felt this earthquake. Well, yes, there are no immediate reports of any damage or injury to anybody.
Okay. And Ishan, I just want to understand, what details do we have about where the earthquake could possibly have originated, what its epicenter might be?
Well, yes, recently we haven't heard so far from the authorities, but recent times we have seen that epicenter has been in parts of Kashmir, and as well as in Afghanistan and also Pakistan. So yes, epicenter could be within this range. That is why it was more felt towards Kashmir Valley. Whether or not the earthquake originated from Kashmir, that is what we are waiting for officials to confirm, and to what the magnitude of the earthquake was, because we are told that 5.2 was the initial magnitude.
Right, that's what we're sharing with our audiences too. Yeah. If I could ask you one more question right now. We're telling our audiences that much of the impact of it was centered around the Doda region of Jammu and Kashmir. Ishan, just describe to our audiences what that region is like, please.
Well, yes, that entire region is a very mountainous region, and that is why people living in these mountain ranges generally feel, these tremors very heavily. Although it was very mild in Srinagar, but yes, people after, feeling the earthquake, because it lies in the seismic zone, high seismic zone, that is why people are generally cautious about these earthquakes. And there are frequent earthquakes that have been taking place in a couple of months. And, Doda, Poonch, Kashtawar is somewhere where we have seen in the past as well the earthquake taking place. If you recall, in 2005, when the earthquake took place in Muzaffarabad, there was a huge damage and destruction that it caused, not only human lives, but also the buildings there. And back then, several top leaders from Delhi had to rush in. But this time it was a minor earthquake. But people do get scared because they have seen, difficult times when earthquake has come in 2005.
Okay, just stay with us for a second, Ishan. We're being able to share with our audiences that this earthquake, estimated to be about 5.2 on the Richter scale in magnitude, has affected India, Pakistan and China. 3 countries right now, we're learning from initial information coming in. The time we're receiving for this was about 1:33 p.m. So just a few minutes ago. Ishan, I just want to return to the question we started this entire conversation with. Tell our audiences, what are state authorities telling you? Any casualties, any injuries so far?
Well, there are no details of any casualties or injuries as of now. But yes, the government will be assessing if there are any damages. Because, towards Uri and other parts where that earthquake I was mentioning about came, it caused a lot of destruction there. But yes, this earthquake was much milder. Now, if I can tell you the update that we are told by the IMD JNK that it was 5.4, and the region that was affected was Doda. And that is where, from it seems like, have originated. We know the depth was around 6 kilometers. And that is where the origin of this particular earthquake was, as you were mentioning earlier, that Doda could be the area where it has originated from. So yes, one has to wait to see that if there are any damage that it has caused to buildings or any human lives. But yes, so far there are no reports, and the government, as the IMD is saying, that it was 5.4 on the Richter scale.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Ishan, for bringing us those details. Okay, we're going to continue to update you on that story. It's obviously a developing story. We're moving right now, though,